Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be kind of doing a haul slash first impressions of these new makeup items that I found at Walmart. I don't know if this is like a Walmart brand. I have no idea whether it is or not, but I'm pretty sure they are new to Walmart. Never seen them before. And they just put out a new like end cap thing full of these products, and they're all like 98 cents and $1.98 or something like that. They're all super cheap. And I got a few of the items that I was kind of interested in, and I know I mentioned in my empties versus purchases video that I was hoping to not really buy anything in January. However, I have kind of been stalking my Walmart because I had seen somebody else show this display. So I had been keeping my eye out for it since the closer to the beginning of December, since before Christmas. So I'm very excited to share some of these things with you. I did use most of them on my face today, and I will tell you which ones I used and what I think of them, and then I'll show you all the other stuff that I got too. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, my eye is itchy. Alright, so the first product I'm going to share with you is actually something I haven't tried yet, but I will try to remember to use it tonight and see what I think of it, and it is this overnight lip mask. See if you can even see it. Yeah, this packaging doesn't really have a lot of details on it. It just has the ingredients and a little warning pretty much on everything that says if like discontinue use if irritation occurs. Which, other than that, there's really not too many details, and they're all pretty like generic looking. And you know, obviously like this was $1 and it's very small. It's basically like a sample size, but you know, for $1, and how fast are you going to go through an overnight lip mask, really? So if it's any good, then it might be worth it, you know, because it's only $1. It does come with 0.27 fluid ounces. The next thing is this lip balm, and it's literally just called lip balm, and I'll go ahead and take it out of the packaging. I did use this. I put it on my lips at the beginning of my makeup process, and it's just this white thing. This is lip balm on it, and then it is just like a clear balm. This, I'm not sure what I think of it yet. It's very interesting. It is very thin, like very slippery and emollient. You get 3.6 grams or 0.12 ounces. I'm gonna have to keep using this to see what I think of it. I might wait to use it though, because I am panning a Burt's Bees lip balm right now, and that one's gonna take me a long time to go through. So this also was $1, so $1 for a lip balm. I don't know how much comes in here. It looks like probably this whole like tube's worth. I don't really want to roll it all up though, because it is very soft. But yeah, this is one of those things where I'm just gonna have to keep using it to see if I like the fact that it's soft or not. I'm not certain yet. We'll see. Next is this, oh, and the brand is called In Studio Cosmetics. Did I even say that? What? Okay, so this is the hydrating primer, and they also had a mattifying primer, but I did not get that one. This again was $1. Most of the items were $1. There were a few things that were just under $2, and I only got one item that was just under $2. So this I think it's, you know, it's fine. It's kind of, it's clear, kind of almost looks, it's a little like, it's mostly clear. I don't know. I really don't know how to describe this. It's just like a clear primer, and it's not the most hydrating primer ever, but it also, I feel like maybe it did enough. If my skin was in worse condition, I don't know that this would have been hydrating enough, but because I've been on top of my skincare lately, it was fine. It wasn't like really sticky like the Too Faced, whatever that primer is called. I'm seriously blanking so hard today. I don't know what's happening. But it's not like the stickiest primer ever. That's what I'm saying. But it does have a tiny bit of like tackiness to it. And my foundation went over it just fine. It looks nice. So, you know, if you want a hydrating primer and you got $1, it might be worth trying. But again, it's not like the most incredible primer ever. It's just, my first impression is that it's nice, you know? How much can I say about a clear primer? I think I'm gonna go with face products next. So I got this bronzer. And so when I was shopping, I was trying to look at the shades of everything to see like what was the lightest bronzer, because I need like the lightest of everything, clearly. I was trying to find like the lightest bronzer, lightest blush, and lightest highlight. And I was trying, some of them are so close in color and you can barely tell that they're different. And I couldn't find shade names on anything. I was so dumb. They're all in the bottom of the packaging. So like there's the packaging, the bottom flap has the name. That's literally the only place you can find the name anywhere on the packaging until you open it. And then I think the name is on the back. However, one thing I will say about the packaging on all of this stuff, like literally everything, is very, it's like not a huge deal. It's just me being nitpicky because it's kind of annoying. The bottom flap on everything has that really obnoxious like sticky glue stuff to keep the product in place. So when you're trying to take the product out of the package, take it out through the bottom. Otherwise, it'll probably never come out because it's stuck with glue to the bottom. And then sometimes the glue is like just leaves residue. Like on this bronzer, there's just like residue down there, which, I mean, eventually it'll come off, but for now it's kind of annoying. Not a deal breaker, seeing as this is a $1 bronzer, but you know, let's see, how much do you get in here? 0.08 ounces or 2.5 grams. It's a pretty small bronzer. I'd say this is equivalent to like a mini or like a sample size. I don't know. But it's very small. And I think this was the lightest one that they had, and this is in the shade Fiji. I'm wearing this bronzer today. I don't even know if you can tell. I don't know if the lights are kind of... Wow, I look very, very dewy right now. Wow. Like, real dewy. What is happening here? And I'm not like greasy or anything. I'm touching myself. Like, that's not grease. That's just, that's the makeup. This bronzer is very loosely pressed. I would say all of their powder products are very loosely pressed. That might be a good thing, that might be a bad thing. Depends on your preferences. This is an extremely pigmented bronzer. You need to barely touch it with your brush and you will get pigment. The smallest amount of, like, if you can see it, if it's visible on your brush, you will get payoff. So, I mean, that's kind of impressive for a $1 bronzer, but I would not necessarily say that this is beginner friendly. If you're the type of person who likes a bronzer that's just like wham bam, thank you ma'am, easy to use and super quick, like you just like to be able to throw it on everywhere and it looks good no matter what, this is not that. This is not that bronzer, but it is very pigmented. I do like the color. I feel like you can't even really see it that much on camera. In person, like this side, I feel like I had a lot more because this is the side I did first before I realized like, whew, it's a lot. So you can see it better on this side. I do like the color. It's warm toned, but it has a little bit of pinkiness to it. So it's kind of more on the neutral side, which is what I prefer. And it's not orange, which is nice. So yeah, I don't really know what else I can say about this, but I do like it. It's just, you have to be careful. I'm saying a lot, sorry. You do need to be careful with this. This just, you know, moral of the story, but it is only $1, so, you know. Next is the blush that I picked up, and this is in the shade Pink Lemonade. Again, same story. Very pigmented. Use a light hand. Also a lot of kick up on all of these because it's so loosely pressed. But this is a very pretty color. I don't even know if the color will come up like properly on camera. It's just a very light, peachy, kind of corally color. I mean, I guess Pink Lemonade is a good name for it, but I love this color. I mean, it's what I have on right now. I feel like the light's kind of, my ring light is kind of washing things out, so you can't see the color as like as well as you can see it in person, but I feel like I put a lot of this on, and it's just like, it's such a light color that it's not really gonna look too crazy if you accidentally go in with a little bit too much, and these blend out so well. It's insane. I cannot believe these are only $1. I think the fact that you have to go in with a light hand and be a little bit more careful with them is not a huge deal, considering the payoff, the color payoff, the blendability, and the price point. So pretty impressed so far with that. Next is highlighter, and I got mine in the shade Rose Glow. It is what I have on right now, and ooh, like, do you see the dew? Do you see it? That's this highlighter. That's all of this highlighter. Well, some of it is, okay, some of it is the L'Oreal Lumi primer that I mixed in with my foundation, but the majority, like that beam right there, that's the highlighter. Like, this thing is crazy. Again, very loosely pressed. Pretty sure I got the lightest shade they had, and it's very reflective. Again, like, you can go in with a light hand and get just like a little bit, or you can go in with a lot and it's just like, this is not chunky. It's not glittery. It is so smooth, crazy impressive. Maybe I should swatch these for you. Let me go ahead and swatch the highlight, and as I've got like junk on my hands. Excuse you? $1, people, like $1, come on. And I don't even know if it'll come off on camera. It is like kind of like a champagne-y rose gold, but it does have a little bit of a pinky kind of iridescent shift, but ever so slightly, just enough to give it that kind of like pinkiness. Does that make any sense? But yeah, I feel like you can kind of see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. No, I don't think you will, but there is just a little tiny bit of pink iridescence in there, but when you put it on the face, I feel like it doesn't really show up as pink. It just kind of helps with the whole effect. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the blush and bronzer for you now, because I feel like I probably should have done that. Okay, so there are the blush and bronzer, and they're beautiful. Like, do you see those? And do you see the pigment on those? Like, it's honestly absurd. It's insane. It's crazy. So those are the 3 face products. Right, next I'm going to show you something that I got that I haven't used yet. So I did get the felt tip eyeliner, which is just like a felt eyeliner pen. I haven't opened this yet because I do have several other black felt tip liners already open that I want to get through before I open another one. But this is the $2 item that I got. It was like $1.97 or $1.98 or something like that. But I'm going to be waiting until I use up a couple of my open ones to open this. But I did want to try it, and it was only $2, so I picked it up. The next thing is a brow gel. They did have brow pencils, but I didn't pick one up because I have a brow pencil that I'm panning right now, and that's probably going to take me the entire year because it's so hard. Like, it's just intense. But I only have 2 brow gels, and I thought I would go ahead and try one more. At my store, I only saw 2 colors. They only had a blonde slash taupe, and they had a brown. I don't know if they had a dark brown or like a black. I only saw 2 colors, and they didn't have something kind of like in between, like a soft brown, which is what I use from Maybelline. So I got the blonde slash taupe, and that's what I'm wearing right now. I feel like it's not too bad of a color match. It did lighten my brows a little bit, but I feel like the brown would have been too dark for me. So I might go back, because this was only $1. I might go back and get the brown just to test it out and see if it's better, like a better color match. But this is not too bad. Like, I can definitely use this and get away with it. So yeah. Before I forget, which, I mean, before I forget, I completely forgot, and I'm already done filming this video, but I'm going to put this in as a little clip anyway. The brow gel, the brush, just wanted to show you the brush real quick. It is very teeny tiny, but I actually really like it. The brush on my Maybelline brow gel is very large, and I have very large eyebrows. So for me to say that it's large is kind of like, yeah, you know, it's probably a little bit too big. So I do appreciate the size of the wand on this. That is a plus. Next I have some eyeshadows, and they had a ton of single pan eyeshadows for $1. I am very impressed with these, especially the shimmer shades. So I got 4. There's only one that I haven't used, and that would be the shade Risque. I'm going to try and take it out of the packaging so I can show you guys what it looks like. I haven't opened this one yet, so the glue is fighting me. And then you always end up with these balls of glue. Why do they do this to us? Is this entirely necessary? Okay, so this is the shade Risque, and it's a very nice, like, brick red. And of course I had to go ahead and swatch that with the finger that I'd already swatched. Interesting. Let me see if I do it with like a clean finger, it'll be better. Okay, so this is not like the most pigmented, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, I'm sure on the eyes it'll be fine. I have used matte eyeshadows before that they swatch like garbage, but when you put them on, they're so nice. So swatching doesn't always give you like necessarily the best idea of how it's going to perform on your eyes. I find that that's oftentimes true with eyeshadows. Sometimes things swatch incredibly and then they just don't perform on the eyes. So I really do like this color. It's just a really interesting color. So I can't wait to try that out. But the other 3 shades that I got, I used today. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised about that red color because I got a yellow. And this is in the shade Ochre. And it's just like a bright yellow. It's looking a little bit more like highlightery yellow on camera in my viewfinder, but it is kind of more like a primary yellow. And I'll try to swatch this for you as well. It does swatch kind of like very powdery, but I do have it layered underneath another eyeshadow, and it made a really nice transition color for this gold shimmer shade that I got. So I'm actually really happy with this. It wasn't like the most incredible, the most pigmented ever, but it did its job, and it wasn't like super terrible. It wasn't terrible at all. But it just like, it wasn't, you know, it's $1. It's a $1 eyeshadow. For $1, it was nice, and I will definitely continue to use this. I feel like the look that I got today, I don't even know if it's going to be translating on camera very well, but I feel like the look that I got today out of the 3 eyeshadows that I used, it looks very similar to a lot of the looks that I've been seeing people do with the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. Is that what it is? The one with all the yellows and stuff. So, I mean, 3 $1 eyeshadows for, you know, a look that you could get with the Urban Decay palette. It's not bad. Now, let's get into the most impressive of the eyeshadows, which are the 2 shimmer ones that I got. One of them is like a, does it even say what kind of finish it is? It doesn't. It just says eyeshadow, which is kind of annoying. So this gold one that I got is in the color Prism. And this is literally the most beautiful gold eyeshadow. Excuse me? Oh my god, like, Okay, so that swatch is incredible. One thing I will say about this eyeshadow is I would suggest either wetting your brush and applying it or using a glitter primer underneath. I did wet my brush and applied it, and it worked incredibly. I applied it without wetting my brush first, and it looked nice. If you want like a metallic look but you want it to be more subtle, then you can definitely use this without glitter primer or wetting your brush, and it will give you that look and it'll still look nice. But if you're the kind of person that wants their metallics to look real metallic and like foiled basically, wet your brush, and that's all you need to do. And it's just, I'm just so impressed with this. I honestly, it makes me want to go back and get like every single shimmer shadow that they had, which I know I probably shouldn't because I don't need any more single shadows, but I just, how can you tell me no when you look at that? How can you do it? The next eyeshadow, the last eyeshadow that I got, is a, so this is, I would say this is like a foiled finish. This one is like a metallic finish, and this is in the shade Swoon. This one broke. I dropped it on the floor, and it broke. However, when it broke, it didn't like shatter. It pretty much just like this formula is so soft, it basically just popped out of the pan and kind of some crumbs came off the edges. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but really all I had to do was like push it back in there and it was fine. I didn't have to like repress it or anything. I literally just squished it back in the pan. This is a very soft formula, but I will go ahead and swatch this. I don't even know where I can swatch it. Can you see? It's just so nice. This I bet would be a very nice highlighter. It's just, can you see that? It's so reflective and it's beautiful. It's almost the same color, like when it's not hitting the light, it's almost the same color as my hand, so I apologize for that. Also, I have like red eyeshadow, so yeah. This is, do you get the same amount in all of these? Yeah. So the eyeshadows, you get 0.05 ounces or 1.5 grams. And they're just, after doing my makeup with these today, I think I'm convinced to go back and get all of the shimmer and like foil shades that I really like. There were a couple of matte shades, I think they were like matte blue shades, that were very unique that I don't think I have in any of my palettes in my collection, so I might pick up those. I would say if you're gonna pick the matte formula, like one formula over the other, definitely the metallic ones. The matte ones are not bad though. So if you see a color in the matte ones that you're just really drawn to, I would say that it's worth it. But they had mostly neutral colors, so I don't know. I haven't tried any of the neutral mattes yet. Maybe I'll try some of those. We'll have to see. But yeah, I feel like half this video is me like swooning over the eyeshadows. Next are liquid lipsticks, and I am wearing one of these today. I have to say, I need to sneeze. I did get 3 of their matte lip creams, and I got the shades Flirty, which this one has some shimmer in it, not like glittery, but it is a little maybe like metallic, or maybe, I don't know, it's not super like crazy or noticeable. I don't even know if you can see it on camera, but yeah, I haven't swatched this one. I only opened one to test it and to try it today. The other 2 I haven't opened yet. I don't want to open them yet because I do have a lot of liquid lipsticks that are open. So also I figured I could try one. If I didn't like the formula, then at least these are still like closed and not even swatched, and I can give them away to somebody. But I do think I like this. I'm wearing it right now, and it doesn't feel super drying. It's not like cracking on my lips. And the color is really nice. It's very similar to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I would say just a smidge less moussey than those. Somewhere in between that and a liquid lipstick is what these are. So I think I like this. I definitely like this shade. The shade I'm wearing is Vintage Petal, and it is kind of like a cool toned nude. And then the other shade that I got is really cool. It's called Hit the Bricks, and it's just like a vampy brick red. This reminds me a lot of, I don't know what the shade name is, but one of the Kat Von D lipsticks. I think I might have the shade that I'm thinking of, but I don't know. But I just thought this was really neat. They had a whole bunch of other colors, but these were the 3 that I was most drawn to and I felt I would get the most use out of. And I didn't want to like buy all of them before I even knew if I liked the formula. So maybe I'll just go ahead and swatch the one that I'm currently wearing, just so you can see it. So it does have like just a typical like small little doe foot applicator. You guys are gonna see my watch. And that is the color right there. These do dry down pretty quickly. I feel like when you swatch them, they take a little bit longer to dry down than they do when you actually put them on your lips. I feel like they dry down a lot faster because you're putting a thinner layer anyway, so, you know. This product is a setting spray, and they only had one kind of setting spray. It's not like, it doesn't say that it does anything other than, you know, set your makeup, but it is just a little tiny baby setting spray, and you get half an ounce of product. And I set my face with this, but the sprayer is not very good. It's a very like kind of sprayer. I feel like more product got on my shirt than on my face. However, I did use this to wet my brush to apply my eyeshadow, like my foil eyeshadow that's on there, and you know, it worked just fine for that. So I might actually just keep this to use as brush wetting thing instead of using it as a setting spray. I mean, as far as setting sprays go, I'm sure it did a fine job. Like, I don't know if it's gonna make my makeup last forever, probably not, but it did kind of settle everything down, which is pretty much what I want out of a setting spray. I don't need my makeup to last forever anyway, so I mean, it was $1, so I'll get use out of it. But yeah, that is everything that I got from this brand at Walmart. I'm thinking I'm going to pick up a couple more things because the things that I tried I am pretty impressed with. I might check out a couple more shades of the blush. I think this is the only bronzer shade that's going to work for me, so there's no point in getting any others. But I might take a look at the other highlighters and see if there are some other colors that might work for me, because I'm so impressed with all of these things. And let me see, let me touch my eyebrows. I mean, it's, you know, it feels like the brow gel is keeping things in place, but, and I could see myself using this up. However, I still think my Maybelline one is better. That one like really glues my eyebrows down and holds them in all day. And I feel like when I touch my brows, I can feel that it's being held in place. But this is nice, so I'll definitely use this up. I don't know. I might go get the darker color. I might not. I'm not super sure yet. And I might go pick up the matte primer and use it in the summer and see what I think. Because I don't own any mattifying. Do I own? Maybe I own one mattifying primer. I'm not sure. Maybe I won't pick it up. I don't know. I might get a couple more eyeshadows. We'll see. But that is everything that I've got from the In Studio Cosmetics line so far. I would definitely say that if you are interested in trying these products, that they would be worth trying. Yeah, I don't know how many times I can say I'm impressed, but I am very impressed. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop blabbering on because I'm just gonna keep saying the same thing over and over. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in seeing me like actually do my makeup on camera with these products, I would be willing to do that. I was gonna try and do that today, but then I felt like that was gonna be a disaster, but I can try and figure it out. Eventually I'll have to figure it out anyway. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already and you'd like to see more videos like this. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.